Good evening. Canada is taking a bold new stance in its relationship with the United States, especially regarding former President Donald Trump. This shift was made public today, not through back channels, but in a coordinated, highly visible way. Ontario Premier Doug Ford, in Toronto, broke from the usual diplomatic caution, delivering a direct message: business-as-usual diplomacy is over. Ford's words signaled realism and readiness, not aggression. The catalyst? Recent unpredictable statements from Mr. Trump about trade, alliances, and even Canada's sovereignty. For months, Canada watched and planned quietly. Today, that changed. Ford's remarks show Canada is now shaping its own narrative, one of economic strength and resilience. This isn't an isolated move. It's part of a broader, orchestrated strategy. While Ford spoke in Toronto, Mark Carney, former Bank of Canada and Bank of England governor, was in Paris meeting European allies. Their discussions focused on security, trade, and a united response to political instability. The timing is deliberate. Canada is preparing for all scenarios, leveraging its economic success and alliances. The uncertainty of last year has given way to measured confidence. Today may mark a turning point in how Canada engages with its most challenging ally. At his Toronto press conference, Premier Doug Ford adopted a tone rarely heard from Canadian leaders about a U.S. president. He acknowledged the unique challenges of Mr. Trump's unpredictable style and declared that Canada can no longer rely on old diplomatic playbooks. Ford's message was pragmatic, not panicked. He outlined a year of preparation, not reacting to every headline, but building a foundation of strength. Ford spoke of economic resilience, securing supply chains, and protecting Canadian interests. He rejected any notion of intimidation, asserting Canada's sovereignty and economic strength. The message was clear: Canada will not be a passive observer in its own destiny. Ford's words projected strength without provocation, signaling a major evolution in Canadian strategy. Where past leaders avoided confrontation, Ford's approach is to meet unpredictability with preparedness. The new strategy answered bluster with calm facts about Canada's success and resolve. The days of quiet accommodation are over. Canada is now proactive, not reactive. This is a message for Canadians and the world. Canada stands ready. The shift is not just in tone, but in substance. Ford's press conference marks a new era in Canada-US relations. While Ford spoke in Toronto, Mark Carney was in Paris, reinforcing Canada's international alliances. Carney's meetings with European leaders focused on security, trade, and a united response to Mr. Trump's recent rhetoric. This was no solo mission. It was a coordinated diplomatic push. The goal aligned strategies and build resilience against potential disruptions. Carney helped forge consensus among allies who see Canada's situation as a test case for their own future dealings with the U.S. His presence reassured Europe that Canada is not isolated. The dual efforts, Ford's public message and Carney's diplomacy, show a government thinking several moves ahead. Canada's strength is amplified by strong partnerships. Carney's work in Paris was the international extension of Ford's resolve at home. Together, they signal a sophisticated, forward-looking Canadian strategy. Ford's remarks outlined Canada's new playbook: proactive, not reactive. The strategy centers on economic independence, supply chain security, and national unity. Ford highlighted investments in key industries and infrastructure to reduce vulnerabilities. He pointed to job growth and new investments as proof of Canada's economic strength. This isn't boasting. It's a message that Canada is a strong partner and competitor. Ford emphasized unity among political leaders, showing a Team Canada approach. Partisan differences are set aside for the national interest. The goal: resilience, not isolation. Canada is preparing for turbulence by diversifying trade and securing resources. The message: Canada hopes for the best, but is fully prepared for the worst. This is national insurance for uncertain times. When asked about Trump's annexation comments, Ford delivered a masterclass in calm leadership. He didn't take the bait or escalate. Instead, he reaffirmed Canada's strength and sovereignty, treating the remark as just more unpredictable rhetoric. Ford's response: "We hear the noise, but we stay focused." This denied the comment the drama it sought. No angry denial, no fear, just steady resolve. Canada's leadership is not easily rattled. The message sovereignty is not up for debate, and leaders won't be drawn into distractions. Ford's handling turned a potential threat into a demonstration of maturity. Canada is in control of its narrative. The focus remains on strengthening the country from within. Ford's statement, "Donald Trump woke us up," captured Canada's transformation. It reframed Trump's disruption as a catalyst for positive change. The narrative is no longer about what Trump might do, but about what Canada is doing for itself. Canada is now more alert, strategic, and unified. Challenges have forced the country to identify vulnerabilities and act decisively. For Canadians, this shift turns anxiety into pride and purpose. Internationally, it shows Canada as adaptable and resilient. Trump's pressure has forged a more determined nation. This awakening explains the diplomatic outreach and new economic policies. Canada's actions are now part of a coherent, forward-looking project. Defensive reactions have become a national awakening. Canada is confidently moving forward. Today's events reveal a carefully coordinated Canadian strategy. This is a whole-of-government approach, not the work of one leader. The strategy has two pillars: public reassurance and international partnership. Ford's public message builds consensus and resilience at home. It creates space for long-term policies, free from daily political drama. Carney's diplomacy strengthens alliances, giving Canada economic and diplomatic leverage. These partnerships act as a force multiplier on the world stage. The approach is proactive, integrated, and disciplined. Team Canada is now an operational reality, not just a slogan. Canada is ready to face global challenges with friends, not alone. A year ago, Canada's mood was cautious and uncertain. The strategy was to keep a low profile and hope for the best. Officials responded to U.S. moves with little warning, focused on damage control. The public saw a country bracing for impact, not steering its own course. Today, that has changed. Uncertainty has become a catalyst for action. Apprehension is replaced by preparedness and confidence. Canada is now setting its own agenda and communicating it clearly. The country has moved from a defensive crouch to an assertive stance. This evolution is about becoming the author of its own story. January 6, 2026, marks a turning point in Canada's approach to its U.S. relationship. Ford's and Carney's coordinated efforts were not hostile, but self-assured. Canada is now defined by its own strength, unity, and alliances. The new strategy is pragmatic. Preparation, not fear. Economic success and resilience are the buffer against external shocks. Canada's leaders know the best response to bluster is steady nation-building. Trump's rhetoric has unified, not divided Canada. The power dynamic has shifted. Canada is now a resolute actor on the world stage. Today was about demonstrating readiness and calm resolve. The message is clear. Canada is ready.